A road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this task and don't ask why. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. Whoa, you guys are looking cloudy. Real quick, let me go and fix that up for you. All right, hopefully that is a little bit better. I think it is. So this is I'm the real Randy Chavez. I don't have my hat this morning. My hair is a little mess. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Bro hugs to everyone. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So this is going to be an Earth 2 VeVe OMI update video. As you can see by the title, by the thumbnail, we have a Earth 2 breaking news. There are several people that messaged me early this morning. Some would consider it late last night. And they had gone and said, okay, we have resources incoming. So this is probably the announcement that I think Thomas had talked about during the week, where he had said, or again, a bunch of us have been making the idea known that we wanted a different timeline. The timeline was going to be something along the lines of just when's Essence, when's Phase 2. And giving us this, I am 100% happy. I'm 100% ecstatic to know that, all right, it's coming. You know, we have something, even though that this kind of raises more questions than answers, because you could even see on the thumbnail, okay, what the values aren't available yet, which means that not all resources are going to be created equally. Obviously, I think gold will be worth a lot more than limestone. Freshwater will honestly, freshwater might be the most, because how else are you going to grow crops? How else are you going to feed animals? How else are you like? How's your avatar going to survive? Or maybe because again, these guys are pretty left. They're pretty again, game developers in Silicon Valley. They might have the freshwater for a renewable energy source or something along those lines. It's just something to be able to say, hey, you could have a bunch of water in something that's like Salt Lake City, or just this is salt water versus this is fresh water. I didn't see anything that said salt water though. It was just ore. It was just all that lime. So you have wood as well, which is something that you're gonna probably need to build a house at first until you're able to build it with like brick or metal or something along those lines. I'm not 100% sure why you would need metal for a house. That'd probably be pretty disgusting in the summer, just super hot. And wood would be good unless there's a fire, in which case your whole house goes up in flames. But that's something we finally got something. Was it unofficial? Was it official? I don't know. But you could do that anywhere. I had people send it to me places from Gibraltar, British guy Dorkslayer land. I've had people send me from other islands known as Seychelles, and I've had people send to me from just from Chavestopia. I was like, oh, all right, so it's everywhere. It's not just any one place. It's not just and I did take a screenshot to see if one of them had it say that new tiles in Gibraltar were like $100,000. I was like, well, that's BS. And the most likely that was just because of a glitch. But at the same time, what if a new tile costing $100,000 is really because or 100,000 credits is because each cryptocurrency or each coin that is Earth 2's cryptocurrency is going to be 0.00001, 1 cent at that time, meaning they're making like billions of them. So 100,000 of those coins would just be like $1 or something along those lines. I thought that would be pretty interesting. I thought that would be pretty fun to try to do the math on that. But then somebody sent it to me from Seychelles, Virtual Tycoon, and then after that, that's something that had. I was like, okay, the prices are back to normal, like 60 cents or 10 cents, whatever it was. So that's the news for Earth 2. We finally got something that is a little bit concrete, a little bit tangible, something to work with, something to make videos about, something to speculate and talk with. They have oil there as well. I have an oil rig in Brazil, but again, they never said that, at the beginning, they said that don't buy oil fields, don't buy gold mines. The stuff that you're going to get is not going to be done by those fields. It's just going to be random, sporadically throughout the Earth. But then a few months later, after everyone did not listen to Earth 2 devs, and they just started, oh, I'm buying this limestone pit, this oil field, this gold mine, this silver mine, then Earth 2 is like, oh, maybe we should do that. Which, again, is good. That means that they're listening to us, but I dislike that the people that didn't listen are kind of getting rewarded. But anyway, Outside of that, it does make for fun. We still don't know how exactly they're going to do it. Are they going to make it so that they give out gold at gold mines, or are they going to make it? Oh, gold is going to be in the middle of the ocean now, just because that's where it goes. I mean, it would make sense that the fresh water is going to be given around water. Really helped me in Brazil. Oh God, that'd be insane. But if every single tile is going to produce something, you're going to have some things that are probably not going to go together. You might get, wood in the ocean. You might get, well, if that's the case, there's going to be a whole. If the case is that they have, all water is going to give out fresh water, that's going to be the least common or the most common resource, the easiest to find because everyone has. There's water everywhere. There's more water tiles than land tiles, so that's going to be easy for people. But again, I don't think they'll do that, or at least some resources might not be that. Some resources might be, well, instead of water, and again, that's probably not a complete list. That's probably just part of the list. You might have fresh water versus salt water and that type of thing. Moving on to VeVe Ecomi, they have the NFTs interactive now, where it's not just like, okay, you press a button on the DeLorean and the wings go out. They do little, the Tokidoki, not the Tokidoki ones, not even the Kripkins, the little horses, like they're not My Little Pony, whatever they're called. They go and they neigh and they do different things. So that's something that they're working on for everything. That's something that they're going to be able to have each one do, whether it's a statue might come to life. The action figure, like Batman is, it might do like I don't think they'd have him do anything like stupid, like a dab or like a dance move. They're probably just gonna have him walk in, maybe throw a batarang. Again, if they're gonna have a VeVe verse where they're doing 100 different things, and they all want to make it balanced, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take probably a couple of years for them to finish everything. Again, even just with the stuff they have now, even just with the drops, like you're talking about Adventure Time, Powerpuff Girls, Mr. Mojo Jojo. All of that is probably going to take at least a year, and then you have all these other things dropping on top of that every single week. Again, Tokidoki, I'd be very, very interested to see what they do. Is she gonna have a dragon attack? Is the dragon gonna like throw her as like a boomerang? I don't know, but either way, that would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty awesome. I can't wait for that. Let's get to the questions. Y'all have waited long enough. Oh wow. Eligio says first. Moon says resources to the moon. Yeah, that's gonna be insane. Again, they have to announce certain things before they announce the crypto, and that I guess this is one of them. Or I would say they should release this probably in conjunction with the crypto. Again, we don't know a lot about it. We don't know a lot about the prices, how they're going to be priced, and other ways to get them. Again, you could do it by trade. You could do it by, and sometimes what I've noticed is very few people nowadays do trades where one doesn't benefit. They don't benefit equally. Now it's like instead of I've had only one trade or maybe two trades in Pokemon the last like 2 years where we just trade cards for cards. A lot of people are like, oh well, this is actually worth 2,500. Yours only worth 2,100. So oh yeah, we'll trade cards, but then give me an extra couple hundred on top of that. I've only had two trades the last couple of years where it's like, oh yeah, card for card, because we both need this. They're both around the same. We're not going to be nitpicky about it. So I'm hoping that type of thing comes back, where if someone has a lot of wood and a lot of water, and let's say wood is worth 10 cents per wood and water's worth 5 cents per water, whatever one that is. I hope they're just like, let's trade. Don't give me 2 waters for that. Again, maybe that's my nostalgic, maybe that's my like boomer view. Whereas, well, no, people are smarter nowadays. Now they know get an exact price for price. Maybe that happens. Also, another way that I don't think it would be a good idea to price match people. Set your own prices and set your own things. Like I said, whatever the Earth 2 community is doing as far as marketplace, I'll beat the marketplace, but I won't beat everyone. I think, because there was a thing maybe like, I don't know, 10 years ago, where it was like Best Buy and Target or whatever. There was 2 like local shops, and one only was big enough to have like a small amount of the new iPhone, while the bigger shop boasted it very loudly, saying, we have fully in stock, we have all of these iPhones, we have so much more than anyone else, kind of taking a jab at the other one. So what the smaller shop did was, because they knew the big one price matched, they actually sold their iPhone at a loss. They sold it at maybe like a couple $100 below what they got it at, knowing that the big store had to just eat like I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars um, from that, taking a loss on their inventory. So don't price match, because if you do price match, there's going to be someone that's going to be doing it like super super cheap, and it's like, oh well, you got a price match. So again, that's just my opinion. That's just not what I would do. Um, Wes says, do you think you will get better resources on Class 1 tiles? Yeah, probably. I'll probably get better resources on Class 1 tiles. Just my opinion. Mackenzie says, OMI to the heckin' moon. Heck yeah. Mackenzie, thanks, Randy. Because of you, I bought 1.1 million OMI. Greetings from Belgium. Oh, my God, that's amazing. You're an OMI millionaire. And you will be. Probably mid-2020s is my guess. But that's, yeah. All of these things, like, again, I don't know why some people are upset with VeVe, with their website not having these updates. Again, they released that update, last night. Also, if anyone's seen that new Pokemon video with Katy Perry, that is so good. That started pretty much right after my stream ended last night. I was so excited about that. Pikachu is so adorable. You have older Katy Perry, you have younger Katy Perry. It's so cool. But yeah, the animations were for the new again, those horses in VeVe are pretty cool. And again, that's a look at just what's to come. That's just for one of those things. I'm very, very excited about that. I can't wait. OMI to the heckin' moon. HG Rock Online says, Big Randy, what up, bro? Oh my God, resources almost here. Huge to the heckin' moon, to the moon. Oh wow, that was all before. That was all before I actually started. Alone says, yo, yo, yo. Lady Leon says, sup, sup. What's up, Dave Van Drunnen? What's up, Rohan Kath? Howdy, howdy. Oh, Lynn X Monday. Dave Van Drunnen says, I can't even say to watch this right now. I have to catch you later. It's all good, Dave Van Drunnen. We will catch up on the flip side. Synox says, what's up, Randy? You did. You made it, Synox. Casper Sitko says, they might use Mapbox resource data. That's a good idea. That's a good point. They might use that. C-Spill99 says, composite. Llama says, why hasn't Earth 2 posted an announcement almost a month? Well, they do give us updates via Twitter mostly now. Again, if you're talking about the announcements, that I think you're probably referring to Discord, where the official announcements aren't there. Even though the devs are in the chat every once in a while, a lot of the updates are given via Twitter now, and that's one of the most recent ones outside of Earth, outside of these resources that we were kind of given this morning, which is great. There is no, what do you call it? Nothing official, but again, Shane tweeted, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, just saying that, hey, anything official or anything that comes from the Twitter or the Discord is official. Anything not from the website or any of those places is not official, not associated with Earth 2. Talking about that that Earth 2 coin that's supposedly coming out. It's like, oh my God, which again, that's not affiliated with Earth 2. I'm not buying that. I cannot recommend you go buy that, because again, that's not affiliated with Earth 2, but the people that are running it are making it seem like, oh, it is, it might be, it has to be, because there's an Earth 2 coin and Shane doesn't have one yet. Like, oh my God, no, do not touch that with a 10-foot pole. Synox says, do you get taxed when you sell your OMI on the exchange, or do you only get taxed when you deposit the profit into your bank account? It depends. Well, again, I only know for business owners. For business owners, if you sell your OMI and then buy another asset with it, like let's say if you sell it for US dollars and then you buy another asset with it, such as like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Binance Coin, whatever it is, no, you don't. You only pay taxes on it when you sell and when you keep those US dollars. It doesn't have to be in your account. If it's on Coinbase, let's say, and you have it in US dollars on Coinbase, you will get taxed on that. So if you have it on Coinbase, I would say, and you want to sell one, I don't think we should be selling any OMI right now, but if you want to sell OMI, which I highly, not financial advisor, would tell my best friend, I'd be like, hey, don't sell OMI now. Don't sell OMI, like, God, not in these first few years. And I would just say, hey, listen, don't do that. But if you wanted to, keep it in Bitcoin, keep it in another asset, because as far as business owners goes, you don't have to pay taxes if it's in another asset. For other people that's not business owners, I actually don't know. That's the other thing I did want to bring up. Whether it's Earth 2 or OMI, whatever coin you're using, whether it's Doge, whatever you want to put there. Tesla for years traded sideways at like $200 a share or whatever. For years, it traded sideways, and even though that they were consistently making more cars and selling more cars, and new cars were coming out, the Model 3, all of these were coming out, and it was still trading sideways. So you could have bought something in 2015. You bought a lot of Tesla, and by 2016, it hasn't moved. It hadn't moved. It would stay the same place, and people would just be like, "Yeah, you keep buying your Tesla, something that doesn't move. If anything, it's even down 3% from last year. Freaking idiot, Where I have made all these gains, or I just was a smart investor, invested S&P 500. I made 10, 12% on my money, or they made something else. I guarantee you see that in altcoins where people are like, oh yeah, I bought SHI before, and then I bought SafeMoon. This high risk stuff that's I don't know how much legs they have to stand on. OMI again could trade sideways for several more months, could trade downwards for several more months until they get on more exchanges. But I do know that, again, the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. I don't care. Again, if it goes up to a penny, and then I buy $150,000 worth at a penny, and it goes right back down to 0.003, ecstatic, because that way I can buy more at 0.003. Would I have liked to buy that 150,000 at 0.003? Sure, yeah, absolutely. That I get more for my money. But yeah, this is something that again, I believe in it so much that I'm okay if it takes a 80% haircut, what have you. But yeah, it's patience. Again, you could buy into something, it could not do anything for years, and then suddenly, it 10x's from that point, inside of a year. Which again, with altcoins, it's much more volatile. I predict like a 20x, by the end of the year, if you buy now. So I'm really hoping I can get that 150 in very soon. Bobby Dorr says, my friend is something about this game. Invest $4,000 3 months ago, 10,500 tiles, income to percentage, doesn't sell anything. Where are the money? Millions. So Bobby Dorr, just to try to translate that, basically your friend put in about $4,000 a couple months ago, got 10,500 tiles, and the income that he was making is now nothing. I think. I think just because the game slowed down with buying a little bit, depending on what you're talking about. Again, more whales are in than ever before. Like I think the only whale that got out was probably E2 the boss. Everyone else has stayed in, and we've added a lot more whales after he got out. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of, and they're well capitalized. They don't need anyone else's money. So if you want to sell everything, which again I don't recommend, because the way the marketplace is right now, it's a buyer's marketplace. You're gonna have to sell your stuff at like a 60-70% discount in order to get your money, which I would never do. I actually even declined a $100,000 offer where somebody wanted to buy my whole account. My whole account's only worth $60,000, and you can make the argument that maybe it's only worth $15,000 because you have to sell it at such a big discount. But I did it because of the amount of tiles that I have and the places where I have those tiles, and again, in Megacity. So again, I'm not even selling something that's supposedly like 3, 4, 8, 7x of what it is now. So to sell at a 60-70% discount, I just wouldn't do. So the money's there. If you want it, you have to sell, but you run that risk of losing a lot of profit when you do that. Bamboo's Cammy says, "Woo, resources coming soon." Tomas Spataro is saying, apart from Pokemon, which franchise are you most excited for on VeVe? I almost said most, I'm an Australian today. I would say outside of Pokemon, most likely it'd probably be either one or two things. It'd either be a Disney product, like Star Wars, or an actual Disney, Disney princesses, or Hello Kitty. Not that I'm a huge fan of Hello Kitty. I don't have Hello Kitty pants or underwear. I'm gonna stop talking like an Australian. That's hurt my voice. But just because, again, second highest grossing media franchise of all time, I'm excited to see the money that Hello Kitty brings in. I'm excited to see the way that it interacts with other things. That's probably what, either that or again, Disney or Star Wars. just because how much money it'll bring in for the company. It's good for the coin, and yeah, that'd be around it. I mean, again, Disney's cool. I got Disney Plus. I actually, if today's Friday, I have to watch. Anyone's ever seen the Mighty Ducks back in the day? Such good movie series. They brought back Gordon Bombay and they brought in Lauren Graham, one of my favorite actresses ever, and they kind of Mighty Ducks 30 years later. And you know, teaching new kids. It's really cool. It's really fun. It's really exciting. I enjoy it a lot. It's cute. Uh, so yeah, I love Disney, but I'm not one of these people that is like, oh my god, I need every single Disney ornament ever. I need every single Disney Funko Pop. Like, there are some people that are nuts with it. Like, as nuts as I am with Pokemon, they are nuts-er with is nuts-er a word? Nuts-er with their Disney product and everything. And again, they don't really go nuts as far as I do with, I go sales data and money and numbers. They're more of like the I need everything. Um, I just have this aunt that she would go to Disney and she would be there from the time the gates opened up until the time they kicked her out. They would spend all day there and they would get their money's worth. And I'd be like, halfway through the day, I'm tired. Like, again, I was a kid. Nowadays, you know, when you got your daddy soda there, pretty nice. But be advised, when you go to Disney, they make it so easy to buy things. When you go like around the world, Epcot and stuff, it's like, oh wow, they got some really beautiful art on these plates. It's like, you know, I don't really have anywhere to store it. It's like, oh, we'll store it for you. Like, honestly, they're pretty fragile. I don't know how I get them back to her. Like, oh, free shipping, free shipping. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Fine, all right, I'll spend $300 on these plates just because you're making it so freaking easy for me. Yeah, people are nuts. Me, I am people. Brendan Z says, "What's the new update in the title?" So if you hadn't, say the new update is resources. Resources you're seeing in the code. You're seeing that people are getting that in. Not that you're able to mine resources right now, but it's showing gold. It's showing limestone. It's showing fresh water, wood, and all that, and you're able to get those via your tiles. Those are the resources that are going to be spawned. That are going to be. Oh my God, my eye. Sorry. I think I might have to go back to the doctor again and get get my eye patch back. The last one I left with my girlfriend's. I don't know where it is. Yeah. Cynox says, "I'm never selling OMI." Yeah, I've even like when it reaches 50 cents, I tell myself I should probably scale down a little bit. You know, like sell like 5%, but at the same time, that's nothing. 50 cents is nothing compared to where this can go in the future. AUself11 says, "Won't even think about selling my OMI. It's a better store of value than fiat." Yeah, almost anything's a better store of value than fiat. Where if Joe Biden has his way, he's going to be printing like $8 trillion his first year. Oh my God. Which again, I'm against any government spending, whether it was Trump overspending or Biden overspending. That's not just you know singular to Biden. That a lot of government does that. They just debt. You know, here's. Doug Efresh says, "Do you think Shiba Coin still has more potential to run?" I don't know. Again, I'm not at this point. I'm not touching it because something about how they thought a bunch of the coins were burned, but then this guy that had it, he gave it to victims in India from COVID-19, and from that, which again, probably a good thing to do, definitely charity, but I heard that it just went down the drain after that because the supply that they thought was burned was not burned. So. It might still have room to run, but I'm not putting any money in. Bill Dixon said, "What do you think about Doge and ADA? Which one would be for Elon?" I don't know. Based on Elon's tweets, based on his history, I think this has moved on from a Doge meme to him to a like, well, you know, if we go and we take you know the developers and we go and we say, hey, we'll because I remember like a few years ago he tweeted like Giga Texas ? And we're like a little over now the Giga Texas is being worked on and it will finish before the end of the year. So when he mentioned a couple days ago, should we accept Doge for Tesla? And then he's talking with the developers about probably Doge. I can't believe I'm saying that. I cannot believe I'm saying that. Probably Doge. Where Cardano's got a lot of good things going for it. You can't compete with Elon Musk. You can't compete with you just can't. Like whatever he does, his followers like, oh, yep, doing it, daddy, doing it, daddy. Which again, I'm kind of one of them. I don't hang on every word that he says, although I study it to make sure that again, I have a lot in Tesla stock, so I'll make sure that it doesn't toss it to the moon, or I'm sorry, not toss it to the, toss it to the wolves and gets cut in half. Honestly, if it gets cut in half, I'll just buy more. I still believe in it long term, 100%. I would never sell, at least not until 2030. R8 says he's not selling either. We're not heckin' selling. Brendan Z says, are you invested in more in Earth 2 or OMI? Well, it depends. I mean, financially, I invested a little more in OMI because Earth 2 doesn't have the coin yet. Earth 2 just has the tiles, which again, I put 5 figures in for the tiles. But the no, because I have more in OMI. But the time, I probably spent a lot more time on Earth. Yeah, I spent months on videos, months on Q&As and conversations, podcasts, definitely answering messages. I did that for months before OMI was a thing, or before I knew OMI was a thing, before I knew of it, before I knew about VeVe. Then I was like, oh man, this was great. When the Earth 2 coin comes out, when I sell this card, and I put 150 into OMI, definitely I put more into OMI than in Earth 2. But then when the Earth 2 coin comes out, well, try to match it and to try to do something along those lines. Do you play Pokemon Snap on the Switch? Yes, I do. I love that game. I actually have the poster. It's underneath a bunch of stuff right there. But when I got Pokemon Snap, I also got this Pikachu dressed in an Ampharos. I was like, that is so heckin' cute. I love it. Yeah, Pokemon Snap was great. Sub question off. What about OMI VeVe? Brendan Z, what was your question beforehand? Are you more invested in Earth 2 or OMI? What about OMI? Well, yeah, the VeVe app, I only put like $100 or so into, to get a couple of things. I'm not, again, this is disrupting collectibles, but not the collectibles that I collect. Again, I'll still always be Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards I'm selling now, I'm going to buy back. So no, I haven't put much into the VeVe collectibles, even though that's a good way to make money. It's a good way. Those rares, those ultra rares yesterday, you were minimum 5xing your money. If you got one, you sell it minimum 5x, if not 6. Some people, if you had a good serial number, you can sell it for $1,000. You could 10x your money in one day. God, that's ridiculous. Far from basics, says Randy Savage. Heck yeah. Top 10 list anime. All right, Synox. There's no particular order, just from, or maybe from when I was a child to now. You got Pokemon, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pretty good. Then, more recently, you got Fairy Tail. You got Sword Art Online, Attack on Titan. God, Fairy Tail was so good. I guess Dragon Ball Super will count, the same as Dragon Ball Z. What do I have to 7? 7 Deadly Sins is pretty good. It's 8. There's definitely some I'm missing. I mean, I'm not gonna. Oh, My Hero Academia. Oh my God, that is so heckin' good. Again, there's many others. So the 10 I'm just gonna leave. The 10th I'm just gonna leave ambiguously. But yeah, those are some of my favorites. Those are so good. Oh my God, so good. Like I said, I didn't mention Naruto. I didn't mention One Piece. I didn't mention Code Geass or Hunter x Hunter. There's so many that they all get number 10. Missed the videos. Thanks for all you do. Oh, Ultimus Umbra. Thank you so much. Yeah, I still try to do as much as I can, but at the same time, it's people demand the streams and people love the streams. So the first 10 or 15 minutes of the stream, I'll do my normal content video, and then it's just Q&A afterwards. Brendan Z says, watch The Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah, that was really good. I definitely enjoyed that. Evil Hong says, nice, very nice, how much? Zeroth Z says, how do we know the resources that are going to be spawned? Was there an update? The update, which again, probably just had something to do with the coding that everyone sent me. That's the resources we know of so far. What's on my thumbnail. And we don't know exactly where they're going to be spawned, whether they're going to be, gold mines, ore mines, or are we going to get water from the water tiles, which would make sense. But then you might be able to get water tiles from randomly in the desert. I don't know. I don't know why. But yeah, there was nothing official announced. It's just people were sending me that this morning. Ivu Hong says, eat some paprika. That will help your eyes. Okay. All right. Good call. We'll do. John Saul said, if OMI is so great, why is an absolute pain to buy? Not available on Coinbase or Bitrex. Um, it's I think part of why it's great is because it's very hard to buy, because it's not easy to get right now, which again, that means that we're all able to get this at a discount. It's like that feeling you get when you run up a really steep hill, or you climb this really tall mountain. You can go on that really tall mountain and look out on the horizon, just like, oh God, that's beautiful. And only people that climb that mountain gets to look at that view, gets to look at that beauty. And right now, just kind of metaphorically, you have to climb a mountain to get OMI. Once you do it, you can do it all the time. It's easy once you learn how to do it. But we're enjoying that for right now. And they didn't want it to grow too quickly, because if it grows too quickly, for the app and everything, they wouldn't be able to handle the traffic. That's why they haven't advertised. Google did an advertisement for it, because Google and Apple, they make 30% of all the money that's put into the VeVe app. So so Google had advertised it before, specifically with NFL, but they haven't. That's partially why. Again, they'll be on more exchanges by the end of the year. In the next couple of months, they're going to go on a couple of smaller ones, and then probably Binance by the end of the year as well. I think they're going to wait for Binance to stop being investigated, though, beforehand. Oh, Death Note. Yep. Dougie Fresh says, "Oh, 20 likes. Thanks, guys. Do you keep your ultra rare and PSA 10 Pokemon cards in a safety vault, or do you put them on a display shelf?" No, right now they're in a safe deposit box at the bank, which I kind of don't like, because I bought them to look at the artwork, and I love the artwork. And even though here, yeah, pump action shotgun, we got Dragonoffs, we got 9 milliliters, got Glock, but at the same time, I'm not always home 24/7. If I was living with friends where always somebody was home and you always had weapons at the yin yang, yeah, that's fine. But if somebody robs this place looking for one, I don't even think like a robber would even think Pokemon cards are worth anything, because most times robbers are pretty dumb. But the robbing places, they can't make it in life. But let's say like fire, it gets destroyed. Like, oh man, yeah. So it's safer in a safe deposit bank right now. When I was living with friends, that was easiest. Always keep it up there. So it has been a half hour. So what is going to be? What did I sing this morning? What am I going to sing now? Let's just do Pokemon. I want to be the very best that no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. Those were my Patreon members. New one is Maxwell Cook. He was my newest Patreon member last night. He is bad. All right, moving on. Brendan Z hasn't hit main exchanges yet. We'll definitely see the new resistance and market cap once it's listed. Yeah, I think when it does that, the last resistance was about 0.008. And the previous all-time high is 1.12 cents. So yeah, it'll probably hit that at some point. Sinai says, "I hope VeVe brings DBZ." Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will. I mean, you have that. I forget who it was, like Crypto something broke the news, and then Cavell Anderson did like a live stream watching that video, and basically what he said was it was an old thing for VeVe. It was an old ad, an old article that came out from like 2019, and it had said, VeVe's planning to do this and this and this. The Akomi team is planning to do that, and it said a list of examples include, and then it name dropped everything: Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, NFL, and many of the things that it listed, like Star Wars and Disney and everything. Many things that it listed, they've now confirmed they already had. But what that said, the list of examples, it did not specify whether it's examples that they already had or what they could have. So if it's something that they already had, which again, it would make sense because Alfred Kahn's on everything. Once you have Alfred Kahn and you have Pokemon and like Nintendo, you're going to get everything else. You're going to get everything. Pokemon is the highest grossing media franchise of all time. And once you get that, everyone else is knocking down their door continuously, even still, to have them sell their NFTs, because they already have a big platform. They already have, like Nintendo, they have so much work to do with new Pokemon games. They have an entire 30 years of video game characters. Like the Mario universe itself is freaking huge. Then you have Kirby, then you have Legend of Zelda and Hyrule, you have Pokemon, you have Zamus, you have all of these different players. You have Ness from it's so much. The Donkey Kong universe. The Mario Karts, the joint games like Mario Party as well. It's very very expansive. You have the Yoshi universe, which again, Yoshi's in the Mario universe, but Yoshi has his own universe. Same thing with Paper Mario. Same thing with again Peach and Samus and Captain Falcon. Like all of these different places that need attention. They don't have time to make their own NFTs. So why not do it with them? Ukulele strings. Hello there. Isabel Pizarro says, I have 197 Class 2 tiles in Dubai. Anyone interested? I can't buy that right now, but best of luck. Dougie Fresh says, we may never see OMI under a penny again if it hits the main exchanges. You are correct, sir. I believe that. I believe after this year, you won't see them under a penny again. Honestly, probably once it breaks that, yeah, there's no way. Again, you can't. Once the toothpaste is out of the tube, you can't put it back in the bottle. Can't put it back in the tube. You just can't. So that's something I thought was extraordinarily interesting as far as being able to say, yeah, once it comes in, like you can't unlearn about it. Especially OMI. Like VeVe, you could open the app and, maybe buy something, forget about it. But when you learn about OMI and you learn the connection of it and the finance, oh my God. No, I really hope it's not like Bitcoin where people buy something on like MetaMask or they buy it on Bitforex and transfer their MetaMask Trust Wallet and they forget the phrase and then they just they forget about it and they lose out. It's only like a couple $100. Maybe it's like worth like $50 worth of OMI, and then 20x by the end of the year. It's like, okay, well now it's $1,000 worth of OMI, and then it let's say 10x's again. By the in 4 years. Okay, well then now that's $10,000 worth of OMI, and then it 5x's by the end of the by next decade some point. It's like, okay, well now you have $50,000 worth of OMI. Yeah, I would hate to see that. Nuggy Fresh says, we may never see. Oh yes, I just read that. Oh, no problem. It's a better Pizarro. Are you 6 million OMI yet? I am not. I on Monday I probably will be. I really do need to buy more Bitcoin though. I did sell a lot of that for OMI. Monday I hopefully will. I'll have more on Monday. I don't know how much more, but on Monday when I get paid, oh my God, do I need that money? I will have I will get more OMI. Also, a great way to support the channel is by liking and subscribing and commenting and hitting that bell. That really does help with the YouTube algorithm. Carlos Alejandro Villaseñor says, currencies can always be exchanged. It's just a matter of finding the exchange parity. Yeah, so I think he was referencing that person up there who said, like, if OMI's so great, why isn't it on these big exchanges? You just go on Bitforex, transfer USDT to Bitforex and then use that USDT to buy OMI. And then transfer that OMI to a Trust wallet or a MetaMask or whatever my God, my eye. Yeah, it's as easy as that. Earth2 Meta, what's going on? It says, hey Randy, great to see your stream. When do you think we'll see the resources drop onto the live map? So again, this is not me being pessimistic. This is me being, I think, a little bit more of a realist, but let me know. I think that just because they gave us this little cookie, they gave us these crumbs so we're stop hounding them about the news. I think they have to announce the credit cards first, because that's a good way to go in and say, hey, there's a good way to withdraw. Once that happens, then they can announce their crypto, and they could announce when they have the ability for you to buy crypto, and that'll be in conjunction with phase 2 with Essence and the resource. So honestly, because I still don't think they're ready to do that, maybe the end of the year they might be able to do that. I'm hoping it doesn't take like a full year to rewrite all the code and everything. Oh, Raythax, wow, thank you so much for that $10 super chat. OMI paste brightens your crypto teeth. Oh, that'd be good. So yeah, Earth2 Meta, I'm hoping that that gives you a little bit of an insight to where I'm thinking, where I'm okay with it, where if they say, hey, we have to do this, this, and this, because they don't want to announce the Essence and the crypto and everything before they're able to pay everyone, or before people are going to have issues with payment. So they probably want to do the credit cards first. They probably want to go on after that and then do the do the announcement of the crypto and then do a crypto drop, an ICO, and then afterwards probably gonna say, okay, then that's attached to Essence and resources. And when they announce it, that doesn't mean that it's going to be ready the next day. It probably means like they're just going to announce a timeline. Again, just my opinion. Hodl Yada says, sorry I'm late. What update will bring OMI to the moon? The update is that they have the NFTs, or at least the horses, the NFTs. You can touch them, and they're similar to the DeLorean, where the DeLorean, you touch it and the wings go up. You touch or do something with the horses, and they like neigh. They just do a movement. But again, it's still really cool. It shows you that they're coming along with all the, and they're gonna have movements for all of them. They're gonna have movements for Batman, Harley Quinn, Joker, Powerpuff Girls, Mr. Mojo Jojo, like all the ones that they already have. Again, they're working on, and probably what they're working on when they release, next week and over the coming weeks. It seems like a big job to overhaul the whole website to accommodate them. It definitely does, but again, if they're going to attach it to a crypto, that's probably the smartest thing in the long run. Short term, yeah, got a lot of people salty, got a lot of Jimmy's rustled, but long term, it's probably, in my opinion, probably going to be the better move. Again, Raythax, thank you so much for that $10 super chat saying, OMI paste, brightens your crypto teeth. Yeah, that's a good slogan. I wonder if we can make that a meme. I wonder if we're able to make that. So what I think would be good for VeVe, and I've mentioned this before, but when they had yesterday the Pokemon Katy Perry matchup where she did that song, so good. If you haven't listened to it, just so good. Definitely go and take a listen, and then you see the person being interactive. You see Katy Perry interactive with Pikachu, and you see young Katy Perry interactive with Pikachu. It's very cool. Like the art. Oh my God, I love art. I think that piece of music, that video was like part mathematics and part euphoria. Like that was so cool to see. And it made me sad that not everyone can appreciate that. Not everyone can. My sorrow goes for those who are able to hear and in that presence, but they don't hear it, they don't see that. So anyway, moving on. So sorry. What I think VeVe should do is something similar to that, which they are slowly. They're having interactive stuff, but I think they should make videos. I think they should make memes. I think they should be on TikTok. They should be on Instagram. And when they're ready, they don't really want to advertise right now, I guess, at least not 100%. Is do that. That'll bring so many people in. And like, oh, what are these things? These are cute. These things are adorable. Even the Kripkins are adorable. And when people see that, like, oh, I want that. Like, especially girls. Like, I don't know too many guys that get the plushies and the stuffed animals, whatever. But I was at the mall the other day, and let me tell you, the amount of girls in that Build-A-Bear workshop getting Score Bunny from Pokemon far outweighed the guys in there. I think I was the only guy in there. So again, girls are pretty much an untapped market as far as this is concerned. Not untapped. Again, you have a bunch of girls that play video games, but the amount of people in the world, then you have the amount of guys that play video games, then the amount of girls that play video games. So as you get into this art, and there's, oh my God, girls, I need it. That broadens the horizons, that broadens the market, and it's so much better for the OMI burn. So I think when they take their NFTs and start making videos with them, that is when you'll see another catalyst about going to the moon. Brandon Z says, I would buy 100 million OMI if I could. Yeah, I mean, and there are people that I think Investor Ali, one of my guys on here, he's got 50 million OMI, which is insane. He's got that. My friend Predict, she has 10 million OMI right now, and there's somebody else on it. I think it was Alex. He has like 35 million OMI. Like, yeah, there's a bunch of people on here that together, if we if we unite, we have 100 million OMI. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to get more. So excited about it. Dougie Fresh says, are you more bullish on OMI or Earth 2 or equal weight on both? So similar to where, if anyone's seen The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where Uncle Phil says, like, I love you all differently, but equally. Where I like Earth 2 is that virtual real estate. It's got virtual, you're going to be able to do lots of stuff, go in and walk around. And right now, VeVe doesn't have that. VeVe just has your own little place you could decorate. Earth 2, I think you're going to be able to be a little more creative with. So I like that. But then in VeVe, that's disrupting art and collectibles, and that is a $1 trillion industry. Both of them are $1 trillion industries. So I do believe that at this stage, I can't. It is a coin flip on which one's going to grow more than the other. I think because Earth 2 doesn't have the coin yet, that has a little more room to grow, even though, or a little more opportunity to make money there, even though there are more users on Earth 2 than there are on the VeVe app. VeVe app is a little more already completed, which again gives it a plus. So it's probably VeVe is definitely less riskier because it's already attached to something. But Earth 2, when that coin comes out, again, not a lot of the price of the tiles are cooked into what it should be is not really cooked into the tiles. It's kind of people waiting for that for the crypto as well and the resources and all that. So that's more of a symphony. VeVe is more of like it's a good music piece, good video, but again, I don't know. Long term, I have zero idea. They can both be $1 trillion companies by the end of the decade. Moving on. Side Knox says, all my coworkers are making fun of me because OMI ain't moving. They keep saying I've made the wrong investment. Well, to their credit, short term, they might have made more money than you. Short term, they might have gone and bought Doge at 10 cents and watched it go up to 70 and watched it go down to 40 and back up to 50. So, but again, we're in it for the long term. And what I mentioned before, Tesla for years traded sideways between like 150 and $300 a share for years. Because again, people weren't understanding the fact that, wait, why is the price staying the same when Tesla's making more cars? Their cars are even better. They're safer. Sure, every once in a while, like they catch on fire, but they caught on fire a lot less than internal combustion engines. The ICE cars that were already available, and it just seemed like there was a lot of FUD, like the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and people fighting against it. Because again, when you're disruptive, you have first people ignore you, then they ridicule you, and then they fight you, and then you win. Again, quote from Gandhi. So you have people say, long term, I believe OMI is going to be far surpass. Again, the OMI coin is going to be far surpassing almost every other coin, just because of what it's connected to. It's not a meme coin. The fundamentals are there. The fundamentals are damn near perfect. The tokenomics are absolutely insane, to the point where, again, I'm risking my retirement on it. I'm putting $150,000 into it, where if that doesn't pan out, if that goes to zero, I have to most likely go back to work, at least if I want to go and get all my charity work done that I want to get done. So yeah, definitely just give it time. And again, I'm not saying that OMI will take years to shoot up like Tesla did. After they IPO, they were down here, then they went up, and then that's it, until like 2019 when they shot to the moon. But it was, I think OMI will do that much quicker. They'll be much more volatile because, again, it's an altcoin. But you're going to see that this year when it gets on exchanges. It's going to go to the moon. Merenzi said they're missing out on a discount. They are definitely missing out on a huge discount. And I see a lot of people just being short-term minded, and I just don't agree with that form of investing. Again, some people are very successful with it, but they have to always continuously work. They have to always continuously work, and they can't make those 1,000x gains. They'll double and 5x and maybe 10x their money every once in a while, but those 1,000x gains they won't get. Like E-Trade did a study last year, and what they found in that study, they took people of different accounts and say, okay, well, which ones are the best investors? And every single time, the best investors, the one that made the most gains, were people that had died because they couldn't touch their accounts. They couldn't sell. They couldn't try to get cute and time the market. They had died. They kept so when their investments didn't move, or they didn't sell anything, they didn't buy anything, and those are the ones that made the most gains. They bought in good companies, made the most gains of people that died. The people that were dead outperformed the people that were alive. All this technical analysis, all the charts saying, oh, well, if we buy down here after this, head and shoulders, then it'll go up, and then we sell, then it corrects, then you buy the correction. And again, you can do that in short term. You can make money, but it is not the same as just buying and holding. Again, the transfer of wealth is not from the poor to the rich. It is from the impatient to the patient. I understand some people want to hustle. They always want to feel like they're doing stuff, but that's the smart play, is just buying and holding. Again, just my opinion, not financial advice, but yeah. Sign is very true. RN is the accumulation phase. It's oversold right now. Yeah, 100% it's way oversold. It's stupid that it's down here. Again, I'm trying my damnedest to go and sell everything I can just to get more of that, to get more Bitcoin, and to have a little cushion for when the E2 coin drops, so I can put 5 figures into that. Kurt, it's already going back up though. Nah, yeah, but even still, it's undervalued at a penny. So yeah, half a penny, still undervalued. Kurt955 says, "You are literally unscammable if you played RuneScape as a kid." Oh man, that's like saying if you ever moshed during a concert, you're immune to COVID. If you ever moshed or ate dirt on the floor, yeah, those things are fun. Renzi says next few months will be huge for its development. Yeah, for both. I don't even know which one you're talking about for both, for VeVe and for Earth 2. Grandmaster Waddle says, "What's the E2 breaking news?" It is if you look at the thumbnail, it is the resources that were leaked, and the resources are just the gold, ore, the wood, the limestone, the fresh water, and again, they'll be part of the tiles. Tiles will give those. I think you guys 30 likes. That's amazing. Sinok says, "I got nothing else to invest." Yeah, say I'm next to nothing right now. Going to the bank today. Do it, Brendan. I actually have to see if the bank will let me borrow against my Tesla or borrow against my Bitcoin or something along those, or borrow against my Pokemon cards, even though I'm going to sell those soon. Brendan says, "Stonks are raising, so I'm gonna convert stonks to mostly OMI." Stonks are ranking. Yeah. I mean, it depends what stonks you have or what stocks you have. Like I said, I won't sell Tesla, and that's the only stock I have right now. Like I said, the only reason I would sell at like mid 2020s or like 2030 probably is just because at some point Elon's going to walk away. He's almost 50, so he's not young anymore. And then I would also again want to take it out and then immediately, donate to charity. Buy those lands in Madagascar for those animals, the endangered species. Hopefully, able to get them off the endangered species list, and hopefully they survive. Synox says, "I've jumped on the hype coin train to try buy some OMI with the profit." Oh, yes, very good. Yeah, OMI would be my pick. Well, again, depending on how much you have, I would say just in case, 50%. What I'm doing is I'm doing a 50-50 split, 50% Bitcoin, 50% OMI. Although if, let's say, a friend of mine, they want to be safe, they don't want anything volatile, I would tell them different. I would tell them, listen, definitely do 50% Bitcoin, maybe do about 10 to 15% OMI, or maybe about 20% OMI, or maybe even 25, and then do like 10 to 15% Ethereum, and maybe 10% Binance coin. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Maybe 50% Bitcoin, 25% OMI, and then 15% Ethereum and 10% Binance coin. That's what I would tell my friend that, let's say wants something a little more stable-ish. I don't know how stable you can get with crypto. Just something that's safe. And again, the amount that she puts into OMI would probably outpace everything anyway. Yeah. Emmanuel Zweizig says, is Akomi the same as OMI? Well, Akomi is the company. That's the parent company that owns VeVe, and VeVe uses the OMI coin. So in a sense, yes. Brandon Z says, "I was able to 12x my profit of Shiba into the OMI." Oh, wow, that's insane. Congrats on that. I think Raythax, that's on here, yeah, he did something along those lines, something similar, like 10x or 18x, something like that. Yeah, that's really cool. Cspill99 says, "Where can I buy this Earth 2 stuff?" Right now, you can't. Right now, that's something that is just encoded into the tiles. We don't know which tiles are going to produce with resources, but that's something that, yeah, we'll be able to. In the future, we'll be able to, if you don't have a tile that produces that certain resource, you just buy it from the marketplace. Or if these tiles seem to be producing this resource, just buy a tile, where they are over there. It is a website. Yes, Earth 2. Blessed says, "Hit me up if you want to buy all my properties. I'm in Doge Army. I don't believe in Earth 2 anymore. Sell it at 90% off. Sure, I'll buy most. Most, if not all." Alone says, "Just saw someone predicting 1 cent OMI until the end of the year. I mean, is that even possible?" By the way, please listen to Avril Lavigne push Walmart sound check when you're harding OMI to the moon. Okay. All right. 1 cent OMI until the end of the year? I don't think so. I mean, even in my bear case, is that they don't grow too much. Um, but even if they don't grow, when I say don't grow, I mean even if they don't have, they go from 250,000 users to a million users. Let's say they just stay at 250, 300,000 users, whatever they are. If they do that, then you still have the drops happening every week. And as you still have the drops happening every week, you have this, you have more OMI being burned. And if it doesn't grow, if it stays under a penny, you're having so much more OMI being burned. And again, it'll be on more exchanges. But in my bear case, if it doesn't grow and the exchanges that they're on, even if they're not Binance, they'll just be on more exchanges. I still say 6 cents by the end of the year. That's my bear case. Again, you could have a black swan event where OMI turns out to be a Chinese Russian hackbot that steals all the information, and they plot to kill all the users, and maybe it goes to zero, and people get sued. But no, that's again, base case is 10 cents, and that's conservative to some people. But yes, only to them. And I will listen to Avril Lavigne push Walmart sound check. Sinai says, Lord Randy, I shall see you at the moon. La Luna! Blessed says, I honestly hope you succeed, though. Yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't want to sound like, oh yeah, I know I'm right, but no, I that's something that I can read the writing on the wall, and I just feel it too. Like it's not like a thing like I'll show them. It's just like no, like this is it, and I'm just telling people what I'm doing. I've been doing this since Tesla. I've been doing this Pokemon cards, Bitcoin, high risk lending. I've been doing this for a long time, telling people what I'm doing, just trying to be open and transparent. And there's people on here that have made a lot of money because of me. And there again, I haven't been wrong yet in the last few years. Maybe you could make the argument that like, well, you said not to invest in Doge, and Doge went to the moon. Yes, in that way, I would be wrong, or at least in hindsight. But I've never said to invest in something, which again, not financial advice, and then that didn't go up. Um, it, everything that I had invested in, or at least told people I was investing in, and that had gone up. You know, it hadn't, maybe temporarily. Again, a few months ago, if you were to ask me if I had extra money, would I buy a Tesla? Absolutely. So then, if you look at it from a few months ago to now, Tesla has lost money, or at least the stock has. The company's still growing and it has insane demand. But that's if you're only looking at these precise variables. Oh, the last 3 months, yeah. But if you look at it over long haul, yeah, it's up like what, 10,000%, something like that. Okay, look at only 5 years, 1,000%. Okay, 10x. If you're only looking at it from a certain thing, then yes, you could say like, oh, you lost money. But I've been recommending it for forever. So, going on. Jose Hernandez said Spanish Saiyan from Earth 2. First we buy Class 1, then gold mines, then megacities, then the real Joker buying foot traffic areas, and now research. So there's a lot of different people. There's a lot of different ways. It's same like poker. There's more than one way to play a hand. You have pocket tens. You could play that a number of different ways, depending what's on the river, depending what's on the flop. You could play this game, Earth 2, a bunch of different ways. You could play it where you don't even want to make money. Some people might just want to play because they're busy. Honestly, what I might do is profile's probably public, but make a second profile, buy in the middle of a mountain somewhere, and just sit in the middle of the mountains where I have a couple of tiles, and I just sit back on a recline chair, and I just enjoy a daddy soda. Just, oh my God, just to get away from technology, even though that is technology, just to get away from the rest of the world for a little while. It's like meditate and just relax. And I can do that in the Poconos at my girlfriend's place anytime. But I drive hours to get there. Pain in the butt. There's no internet. You could play this game however you want. You could just go and make art. You don't have to play to make money. You don't have to play to even have fun. You could play to just to relax, and it would be relaxing. I can't wait for it. Luna says, "What's the test site link?" No test site link has been sent to me, just screenshots. K Dream says stonks, that indeed a better word for it. Yeah, stonks is definitely what the kids say. Six Packalops says, what is the Earth 2 breaking news? It is the thumbnail. It is the resources. It is that I'm just gonna say go back to the beginning, like the first like 8 minutes of the chat. That's what it is. It's resources, being able to go on and say, It's being able to go and say, this is the resources that you're getting, or at least some of the resources that we're getting. We're not having a they're not saying that these are the only ones. They're not saying the prices for them. They're just saying that these are the resources that we're getting that are embedded and coded into the tiles that we will be able to mine. Signox says, how much money do I need to invest into Earth 2, and where do I buy? Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if you do go into my advice, let's say if you only have $20, my advice would be go link down below to Earth 2. Actually, there's a link down below to Chaveztopia. Go there, buy a couple of tiles in Chaveztopia, and then go to the marketplace. Go somewhere where it's only like, say, like 50 cents a tile right now, and then you go and you look on the marketplace for that place, for that country that's only 50, 60 cents a tile, and then see them that they're selling on 40, 50, 60% discount, and be able to get tiles for 30 cents. And then once you do that, take those resources and those essence that you're going to generate from there and bring them into Chaveztopia. Chaveztopia is going to be one of the busiest, most amazing places in the game. So yeah, it's definitely, I think, one of the longest right now too. It's about 7 miles long, from east to west. It's all connected. I think the longest main street out of anyone. So yeah, that'd just be what I would do. Oh, let's see what we got here. Just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough. Just a second, we're not broken, just bent, and we can learn to love again. All right, that is my 1 hour phase here that we had just passed. Signox says, oh yeah, just two drunk guys. Oh, what's going on? It says Chaveztopia and Earth 2 coin. I love this. Please, and change Pokemon NFT to coin Chaveztopia. So there are so many people that want me to make my own NFTs, Dashy's NFTs, and they want me to. Sorry, you can't see Dashy all that well. Is that better? Yeah, that's much better. They want me to do all these things and make my own coin, but when I make my own coin, I want to have good fundamentals. I want it to be able to stake. I want to be able to go and make NFTs with it. I want it to be useful, and I want it to, essentially have a purpose as well. I want it to make it so that, okay, well, as the value goes up, should I have the coins burn? I don't know. And as the value goes up, be able to go and say, okay, well, I'm going to sell at some point to, fund the animal charities, or maybe if again the channel grows, and because right now I only have around 2,900 subscribers. There's not a lot. Our Realty has over 5,000. There's many YouTubers that have well over what I have, and I'd really rather get a good base. But if, let's say, I only have 1 million, 10 million, 1 billion coins, whatever, maybe that it gets so popular that at some point I sell OMI and Bitcoin and everything else before I sell this to fulfill animal charity. Again, I don't know if OMI does what I think it can do by the 2030s. Mid-2030s, and it's like $5 a coin. It's like $100 million if I have that. Again, we're talking 15 years down the road, but again, saying that VeVe could be a $1 trillion company, or the coin could have a $1 trillion market cap, is not outside the realm of possibility at all. Again, given that timeline, Bitcoin did it, or Ethereum's going to do it. There's going to be in the 2030s, you're going to see the top 10 coins are all going to be a $1 trillion market cap. Maybe even the top 20 or 50. That's where the world is going. Bitcoin by that point will have well over a $10 trillion market cap. That'll be, 15 trillion, whatever it is. So the fact when OMI, and just because OMI has that market cap doesn't mean VeVe is worth that much, although it probably will be. I see VeVe and Earth 2 coming a $1 trillion market cap. Again, if you have your own economy like Earth 2, that coin, again, in 15 years, could potentially have a $1 trillion market cap. So if OMI does what I think it's going to do, and let's say $5 by mid-2030s, or even 2040, let's just say, I'll be 49, so I'll still be in my 40s, and that'd be $100 million. Oh my God. And look, that's if I have 20 million OMI, which again, I have 5.5 million now, and when I did not put when I put that 150,000 in, I should have much more than that, the 20 million. So yeah, Again, that's the future. That I was like, all right, Chavez, talking about almost 2040 years, 20 years away. Yes, but again, that goes a lot quicker than you think. If even if you're 40 years old, you'll live till you're 80. So, and not that you would wait until you're 60 to cash out. You'd probably want to retire early, like I did. But yeah, if you're 30 years old, wait 20 years, or God, if you're 20 years old, yeah, wait till you're 40. Like again, the older you get, the realize you feel like, well, I actually don't feel that old. I still feel young. I still feel like I'm a teenager. And I have people in their 40s that say, yeah, I still feel like I'm 20 something. So as long as you're still happy with life and doing everything, yeah, keep it up, keep everything, hodl to the moon. Daniel Goodwin says, I've seen the E2 development team's previous game designs. Do you think we'll be able to design the landscape or come as is? Well, the landscape will probably come as is, but in that same breath, you're going to be able to terraform tiles. And as you're able to terraform tiles, you can make deserts in Chaveztopia, which it's just ice. It's the South Pole. You could be able to make beaches. You can have hot tubs, hot springs. You can have a volcano. You can do whatever you want. So it's not an issue. Moving on. Synox says, okay, I'll chuck 500 into Earth 2. Let's go. Do not forget, Synox, when you do that, to use my referral code down there. You get 5% back of everything that you buy if you use my referral code, and then I get 5% as well. So, Lynn X saying, how you doing? I'm doing well. My throat hurts. I've been having these weird dreams lately. Very, very weird. I also have dreams that I'm streaming. I have dreams that I'm streaming, which is very, very interesting. Woken up my girlfriend a couple of times, but I'm just talking, and she's like, shut up. I was like, I'm sorry. Maxwell Cook says, how much was Mana when it first came out? How quickly did it break $1? I'm not sure. Alice from my neighbor Alice started at like 10 cents and went like $22, which is ridiculous. I think Mana came out as around the same, like 10 cents or even less than that, I believe. If someone can mention that they played Decentraland, how much that came out to. As I do have a busy day today, I do have a lot going on. It is 11:22 right now. Streamed for over an hour, so I'm going to say that again. I stream every day, 10:15 a.m., 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maxwell Cook says trying to compare on how OMI will do. Hard to compare. I guess that'd probably be one of the most safer things to compare it to, the most stable. But yeah, I see a 10x very, very quickly. I see the Earth 2 coin. They're gonna have so much demand for that goes up very, very quickly. The Bauma says, have you seen the FLR Metaverse teaser? The buildings look like the E2 teaser. Related? What is FLR? I'm not 100% sure what FLR is. The Metaverse that. But I think was not MetaMess. Epic Games had put in like $1 billion saying, let's all be friends. Let's all have this one giant metaverse. So artificial intelligence will take over the world by 2041. Goodbye, brother. There's actually a Russian billionaire, and he put billions of dollars into what's called the 2045 initiative, wanting to merge artificial intelligence, wanting to upload your consciousness, into the internet. And I think Elon Musk is helping with that as well, with his Neuralink. So I think we'll be okay. Freedom Rick says, hello, Randy. Hello, chat. So nice to see you. So nice to see you, Freedy Mercury. Wilma says, Flare. Honestly, I'm not even sure what Flare is, so I haven't seen it. But if they're working on it, again, that's good for the hobby. That's good for virtual reality in general. The more people that are in it, the more people that get exposed to it. So I'm, very, very excited. Anyway, guys, I do have to bounce. My throat is killing me. Because I have so much to do. I love you all. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you again, Ray Thatch, for that $10 super chat. Everybody say hello to Dashi. Oh God. I hit my elbow. A funny bone on the chair. Goodbye, Dashi. Oh God. My arm. Goodbye, everyone. I love you all. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow.